Jeff Bezos made $100 billion by following one rule. Obsess over the customer, not the sales. When I stopped selling and started obsessing over my client results, this is when I built a six-figure business. In this video, I will show you the exact system I use to get clients without being salesy, using principles that I learned from Jeff Bezos, principles that he used to build Amazon. And yeah, I know, we have a very good picture together. I'm a little bit higher than him, but that's too much specifics. Anyways, let me tell you something before we start, because I'm pretty sure that you've been lied to from other coaches who told you that you have to be a great closer in order to grow your business and get clients. You have to post 100 times a week or have a 17 steps funnel. You probably heard all of this bullshit. But you just need to understand this one idea. Stop selling and start solving the right problems better than anyone else. And so let me show you how I did this step by step. First, I would like to share with you the Bezos rule that changed everything for me. When Jeff Bezos built Amazon, he built it by asking this one question every single day. What does the customer want, even if they don't know it yet? Like, he didn't try to trick people into buying what he offered on Amazon. He didn't buy it so easily, so obviously. He just tried to make buying easy, obvious, and valuable so their friends can tell their friends. And what most coaches actually do wrong nowadays is that they try to sell coaching instead of obsessing over the exact transformation that their clients want. And the shift that I made personally that changed everything for me, I stopped saying, here's my program, because people don't care about my program. People care about themselves and their problems. And on my sales calls, my content, and my messaging, everywhere, I start saying, here's how I will solve the exact pain that is keeping you at night. And the day that I stopped selling, the day I stopped jumping on sales calls and saying, hey dude, I can help you get more clients, work with me. The day I did this, I changed this one thing. I started interviewing past clients instead of trying to sell new clients. Like what I did at that time, which was actually 2 years ago, I connected with all of the clients that I got in the past and I started interviewing all of them, literally all of them. It was a boring process. It sucked, to be honest, but this was one of the things that literally transformed my exact business. I asked my clients why did they buy, what problem they were desperate to solve at that time. And I realized this one thing. No one cared about me and my coaching. My clients cared about ending the pain that they're facing. And the same goes for your current prospects and clients. They don't give a fuck about you. They only care about themselves and how to end the pain that they face. And the moment I stopped selling and made this shift, I got these results. First and foremost, my content became sharper and it spoke exactly to the problems my clients were facing. My messaging hit the nail on the head. And all of my clients started saying, it feels like you were speaking directly to me. That's almost one of the sentences that I got on every sales call, because they consumed my content and my content were designed to solve their problems. And of course, by my content being sharper, my messaging hitting harder, I was able to book calls, close without pitching, and build a six-figure consulting business. But one thing that I'm more proud of than like this number right here is this stat right here, which is my churn rate. This is something that I do quite opposite to almost everyone in the industry. Everyone obsesses over the numbers, the front end, the clients they're getting. I'm literally quite the opposite. I obsess over my churn. And if you don't know what is churn, big problem. Churn is actually the amount of people who leave your program. And the average churn in the coaching industry, surprisingly, is 30%. Which means if you have 10 clients today, in the next 30 days, 3 of them are going to leave and they will not be in your program anymore. My program churn rate, 12%. That's literally 3 times less than the average churn rate. I know I have a lot of work to do, but this statistic right here indicates that people who join my program, they stay, they love it, and they recommend it to their friends. So here's how I actually applied the Bezos rule, which is actually something that I learned from him. I learned to obsess over the customer, which is something that Jeff Bezos did. He didn't obsess over the sales, he obsessed over the customer. I did the same thing, which actually helped me build this flywheel effect. I got clients, and because my program is good, because people love it, they recommend it to other people. When other people join, they also love the program and they recommend it to other people, which actually build this flywheel effect. Every client that you get brings you new eyeballs and new clients. And I did this with this 3-step process, and you can copy me. Step number 1 is that, as I mentioned to you previously, I interviewed 5 past clients and also a ideal prospect. I asked all of them, what was your biggest pain point before you joined my program? And what made you trust me? I want you to do the same. If you have clients, ask them these 2 questions. If you don't have, go and ask prospects. And what I learned is that most people bought because of one specific transformation that I offered. Not because of my funnels, the posts that I made, no. They bought because they wanted to solve the client acquisition problems. Period. When I understood this, I moved into step 2. I rebuilt my offer using their words, what they told me on these interviews. No clever marketing, no fancy systems, just echoing back the exact desires and the exact pain points that my clients mentioned to me. Like example is that I used to, in my content, say these exact words. In the past, I used to wake up anxious and broke because my pipeline was dried. I had no calls and no clients. And this actually became my headlines, all of these pains that my clients shared. This became my hook, my headlines, and I positioned this, like my position became super specific. Like the idea that I got is actually was from the Amazon one-click checkout. This is something that Bezos did to decrease the friction of someone buying, and I did the same thing with my business. I copied him. I decreased the friction, I got straight to the point and just spoke about one simple thing. And I want you to also think about the same thing. Once you interview past clients, rebuild your offer using their words and use their words in your marketing and be ultra specific. And step number 3 arguably is one of the most important one. I made my delivery system 10x better. In the past, I just used to basically throw some random materials in my clients and I just leave them. But when I studied Bezos by reading his autobiography and watching quite a lot of YouTube videos, I actually built a super simple, straight to the point onboarding process that helped my clients understand the exact steps that they have to take in order to succeed. I gave them a milestone roadmap. Basically, every single day, what they have to do. I made it super simple. It was made like for stupid people. You don't have to think about it. You just go and implement. And of course, I had check-ins and result tracking on each of these steps that they were taking following the roadmap. And guess what happens after I improve my delivery system? First, I decreased my churn, as I showed you. And second, my current clients started referring other friends, family members to my program because they're loving it. And of course, they started posting testimonials without being asked. On my Facebook page, they literally said how grateful they are for my program, for their help. And you can obviously see all of these results by looking at my client results page, and be ready for a long, long, long scroll. And one last thing that I want to finish this video is this Bezos insight that 99.9999% of coaches miss. We all know that Bezos didn't start with money. He started with a vision. His vision was clear: make customers so happy so they never want to leave. I copied this. I want to make my customers so happy so that they never ever leave my program. And most coaches, they're just chasing the next marketing trick. What I do? I'm chasing ways to improve my program, make it better so people don't want to leave. Because the real game is not fancy marketing. The real game is building something so good so that it sells itself. That's what I did. And if you're curious to know how I help coaches improve their client acquisition process and scale their businesses by getting clients effortlessly, feel free to check the first link in the description. Yes, it is a sales page designed to sell you the idea to connect on a call with me, but in case you're curious, make sure to check it out.